Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to City Skylines 2. This is episode 31. Last time out, we resolved some major long-term issues that we've been wanting to address. Now, as always, demand continually is growing, and it is picking up once again, especially on the commercial side. But one thing that we've never fully resolved is our mail service. Now, part of that is because it started out, at least I believe, the way it was functioning, it started out not working. It was not a complete loop in terms of how mail service was functioning within the game. It does seem to be functioning as expected now, though. And as we look, green on the map right now is good. Now, we have mail service everywhere, at least to an extent. So mail pickup is a possibility. But what we lack is the ability to deal with all of it. We're a little bit shy of processing all of our mail. So when you look at the red areas, those are the underserved areas. They might have the mailboxes, they might have the ability to pick up, but the trucks aren't able to get there and get it and sort it and get it back out. And so there's a couple key red areas in particular that I'm looking at going, I think we could do something about that fairly easily, or at least help with it. First one is this area here. Right? It's not that massively overloaded. There's a lot of yellow even on small houses. Little Manhattan looks like it's going to be challenging without some sort of rework, but we can get over here and we can get here done pretty easily. And we need to process more anyway. And I remember that next to the jail, we still had a bit of space. So we're going to go ahead and add in another post office here. And we'll get some upgrades onto that. Add extra vans. Just the one. But those extra vans will help alleviate the pressure on here. And it might, if it does fully alleviate that, it might be able to alleviate a little of the pressure on Little Manhattan. But the other area that was definitely overloaded was right here. And on that subject, see, we're not even picking it all up. So let's get that addressed a little bit. Get a little bit better at the mail pickup side. Adding another one there. And one there. Now we need to also get another facility somewhere in this vicinity. I like the sound of that. I wonder. Looking. We're going to add extra vans. Both sides this time. Alright, so there's our first task of the day. Alleviate some pressure on that. For now, it's still showing the same, but we should be able to process more given time. Checking in. Do we have everything covered? It's a little light through there, but that's actually not even occupied right now. It's a little light down here too, though. So, right next to the freeway. We'll stick one of these guys there. You see just how little coverage that park has once the buildings themselves actually went in. And that's kind of the key behind all of that is, what do you have to work with? What's it look like? Park for the farms. Which extends onto the roadway a little bit. It's all commercial. That's one thing to remember. Some of this is definitely commercial. And actually, everybody's really happy anyway, so let's not destroy a bunch of houses. Transportation side, up to over 100K a month on the subway. The subway is the primary mode of transportation now. In fact, bus transportation has dropped a little bit, but spiderwebbing is one of those things we absolutely wanted to take care of. So we're going to just start throwing in some random bus routes. For the sake of it. So we're going to add a just bus stop signs. Don't even need shelter. You know what? Shelters are cheap. Shelters are cheap. This can connect now to the subway. That's going to be kind of the purpose of this. Inner workings of this neighborhood. Yeah, to this point we've done very, very few inter-neighborhood bus routes. That changes now. So we're gonna get... have I named... I still haven't named this Winterfell. Speaking of Winterfell, and I don't want to do the entire... Gosh, that's a big area. How about we cut off at the lakes? Alright, double duty. We're 1. That was 9 out of 10. What do you call them? Areas. 9 out of 10, all set. So we're good on that part. We only need a single one more, and there's plenty of space to put new ones. I'm thinking I'm noticing what the difference is. The policies that work for it are these ones like to the left. The ones to the right seem to matter less. We're not getting credit for those. But anyway, so that's Winterfell. Now, what was the other thing that I was going to do? More spiderwebbing. So the bus line. Oh, see, I have another bus line somewhere that's not even... Not even a thing yet. 3 buses. It's actually a little much. Can we cut that down to 2? It's a big... With the electric bus. More and more I think we need to be switching to the electric bus for all of our routes. But these inter-neighborhood bus routes I think are going to start... You get people connected to the main lines out of the neighborhoods themselves. Yeah, you get that spiderwebbing done quickly and easily. So we're gonna put another one in here. We have right hand. Okay, so we already have right hand bus stops out there. So we're gonna put in a loop that goes around this right hand side instead of left. So this will be west conceded. So that's route number 42 now. We're definitely making the progress that we want right now. I bet you I could throw in another kind of internal conceded area one, but we do have the outer loop for sure. So I think I could easily get a couple more routes through this area. Let's do it. It's become spider webbing today. Okay, we already have one 4 conceded, but this is...
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get
I guess we'd say conceded housing.
It's worth slowing.
Okay, we'll go 2 buses. And electric. Speaking of, we're adding a number of extra buses. I think we need another bus depot somewhere as we add these in.
The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury.
Doesn't necessarily matter where I put this.
Shop for designer shoes while
hello.
a fancy local Jarva mate.
This is a good place for it. We want to put it semi-close to the freeway.
Thanks, Jim.
So that's going to go right out here. But it's got to go on the flat, so I guess it's going out here. And the extra garages, we just added in 4 of them, which is going to give it a lot. Potential extra buses. 65! Oh, nice. 65 extra buses for that. That's easily going to hold us over for the 10 we need. That's 6.5 per route, and we're doing 2 or 3 per route at the moment, so easy task. Alright, so we just picked up the neighborhood here. We already have some stuff going on with the larger neighborhood, but think I have a route through here already, don't I? No, there is no route. There is no route on these busy roads. So we're gonna fix that. Thinking. I was thinking. Okay, but we do have the off-ramp that's here. That could work. Okay. Alright. Here's the plan. Here's the plan. And hit up those stops. Okay, I think I've got it. Purple. Purple it is. Okay. So we'll start from here. Okay. There's the new stops. Opposite of the other ones. Now you can go either direction, something you couldn't do before. And this one will cut through by the subway. We do not have an additional stop for the... Okay, and then you hop on the freeway. Take that first exit right there. And we complete the route. So this is a... it's the Little Indy route before. We have something coming through the main road. The industrial stuff's all close enough that I think you're okay down there, but the neighborhood does not. Nothing through the neighborhood. And actually we do have a bit of a loop, a small one that kind of cuts through here. We could probably find a way to extend that out a bit. Oh yeah, no, we could absolutely extend that out, make this a bigger route. Okay, I've got an idea. So we want... What the heck? Why are houses moving out for the addition of a new bus stop? That doesn't make sense. Oh shoot, that doesn't... That's a tunnel there. That doesn't link down. And while it had started out as a small neighborhood, it's definitely grown into a rather large one. One of the larger ones. Now, based on distance, I'm guessing that's going to want quite a few. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that busy of a route, though. We'll put 8 on there. And the spider webbing is getting better. Definitely getting better. Downwind. Time for their bus. This bus route's going to connect multiple subway stations and connect 2 neighborhoods that were not connected, and spiderwebbing 46 is now complete. And now you can get subway along here. So it's not perfect. Not perfect, but that definitely did a lot to add some buses to that area. Farmville's totally without anything right now, but no shelters for this one. Just a simple, cheap route. A little bit less going this direction in terms of stops. Go. That's 47. And that's Farmville for that route. So we overlap with subway, we overlap with other bus routes, we overlap on itself within the route. And otherwise, that's the industrial area covered. That's people getting to and from work. There you go. That's 48 on the spider webbing. This is climate change. $20 stops. 8 buses should do that. This is a work area. Gonna spend a little bit more for that one. Put an electric bus through there. 2 to go. 2 to go. A lot of people dying at the moment. The demand for hearse is on the rise. They're rising from the dead. Overlap across the street from one bus station or bus route, and then we overlap multiple times with the subway stations, and the subway going the opposite direction gives you a good opportunity to get back home. You go down, take the subway, go down the street. What do? Hey, that's 49. West World East. 1 to go. Another rocket heading off into space. Okay, Croissant Island has one kind of main loop, but we don't have anything for the residential. But this one, it's hard to loop. It's a hard loop to do. That doesn't mean it's an impossible loop to do. It's just... Now, I'm the type of person who goes to Manhattan, and I've been there. And I'm either going to take the subway or walk everywhere that I go. If it's a long distance, I'm going to take the subway. If it's a short distance, I'm going to walk. But there's spiderwebbing complete. Nice. We're done. Okay, that's going to be the Little Manhattan route. I don't know what happened to line 15, but never mind.
Thanks, Kim.
Alright, spiderwebbing complete.
But if you're planning a quick trip out,
So far, so good. So far, so good. We've already seen an increase of 1,000 on buses that could be from those new bus routes. Or not. Or not. But we have a lot of space left up here in Winterfell and beyond. But I don't want to add too much to the traffic. Actually, that's all cleared up. So the people that were moving in have moved in. Therefore, let's pick out a second pocket. We're going to use diagonal here. We'll get a little bit of lakeside, huh? Okay, I think one of the best areas to help the traffic through here is going to be to make a second route that links up over to this side. But I don't want to put another hindrance on that particular traffic circle, so we're gonna go this. And put that next traffic circle here, which apparently we can't put there. Alright, there's our next little neighborhood coming in. Now, we just need to make sure the services reach. Electricity trade. Production's high, but we're not trading anything. The battery charge is not max. For some reason, we've still not been able to max out our batteries. That's just weird. That's just weird. Sewage treatment. We need a new sewage treatment. Okay, that gets us back into the good zone there. Healthcare is not covered out here. Elementary is covered, but somehow is also not. Same with the high school, the college, the university. They're all right on the edge. Fire is fine. Police is fine. We already have some transportation. We just don't have, well, a local bus route. Something we've just been playing around with. What we don't have, though, is park coverage. So one big park almost covers the whole area. Small playground out here should take care of that last bit. It does. There are new special, what are they called? Signature buildings. The Robeek Apartments, luxuriously stylized brick building that has many visually inspiring aspects, plus 8 well-being to 1.2 miles. So 1.2 miles would mean we would want to put this maybe right here in the zone in between. And then we have the Gatehouse Residences, a decorated residential building whose tower's design invoke. We could do the same thing kind of off of this area right back here. I think that just about got all of it, and I did mess things up just a little bit when it came to this, but the barn's still there. The house is going to be gone. Oops, my bad. But there's the newest and the latest zone. Filling in. So quick check-in, our 230 million became 330 million, is now 440 million. Our rapidly growing population has slowed. We haven't done much zoning for a little bit, until literally right now. But it did slowly grow from 155 to 159k. This, we'll see it pop up another, 5 to 10,000. Commercial, the biggest demand. Light residential, always a demand, but we pop in big neighborhoods here and there, and they do just fine. There's definitely still a lot of the Winterfell and beyond area to put in more if we need or want. There's still more in Westworld to fill in, but I've been doing that slowly, bit by bit, area by area, so we don't clog the transportation network too much in the area. We still have this huge south pocket that we could fill in. This could stretch beyond, but I'm afraid to add traffic into that area. This could fill in still. That's all reserved for industrial. We still have this huge area here, so plenty of room for expansion. Not very many new buildings that are still out there that we have not placed, but there certainly could be some that we haven't placed yet, and there's one achievement for that we could definitely get into. But in terms of the achievements and where we're going, things that are close, the international airport is one we want to place. The wide variety, the districts, we've done 9 now, and I've kind of figured the trick, the right click that's getting us that one to count. The electricity one, 25% electricity reduction, seems to be working for it. So we only have one new one to do to complete that. It's saying 17, but reach milestone 20. We're one away from reaching it. It hasn't ticked up since we were on 17. It worked before. Doesn't seem to be working now, but maybe it'll work when we hit 20. But there's a lot of should be working, not working ones, but the one of everything is kind of the other one. And the top of the class, 15% university education. That's something we could be. Let's see. The highly educated is at 12k. It's under 10% these days. So, and the achievement was for highly educated only, right? University level. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be reaching that one. In the meantime, our massive metropolis, we're a third of the way till the final levels. We are getting close to having done most everything and seeing what the end result looks like. But got ourselves a fairly large city at this point for 159k. I mean, it's still smaller than the city that I live in, and I live right off of a much larger city than that, and even then, last I checked, it was still only the 19th largest in the US. So we're talking about there's a much bigger than the area I live in. This looks a lot bigger than that though, but I know when you go bird's eye view, it's very different. Neighborhood, like it adds up. And we're talking about lots of miles, but this isn't as big as it feels. feels pretty big. That whole opposite side of the river, you know, this whole upper area, there's still a lot of space to work with, but it's keeping up with the traffic and the services as you grow, as you expand. But we have the ability for 144 map tiles still. So if we wanted, we could spread our wings a little bit and not overload as we go along. We could put in a whole nother freeway on this side of the river if we wanted. That would really keep traffic light. But doing another traffic check is going to be a necessity, I think, in the not too distant future. We're going to want to see where we're at, how we're doing. How's that southern freeway doing? You know what, before we get off, let's see how is that southern freeway doing since the conversion and this time giving it a bit of time to flow. Now, not a ton of time. As I was doing the spider webbing, there was a lot of pause because when you try to add bus routes while it's playing, it misses a lot of them. You have to re-click to get it to work. So when it's on pause, it goes a lot smoother. But anyway, southern freeway from the original split to a divided highway. Everything's good at this end, flowing nicely. There seems to be almost no traffic coming the other direction, and this is why this ramp is not flowing. Now, we do have an issue with our traffic through here, but all the traffic that's trying to go by just can't get there. First change, upgrade this off ramp. We're gonna lose one building, but we don't have much of a choice. It's 2 lefts, 2 rights. But if we go to the outside, I think we'll have a little more room. Oh, but if you go to that side, you don't lose the building. So let's not lose the building, huh? We'll check back in on that one to see if that makes a difference. The intersection itself down on the roadway could be a bit of the challenge. This shouldn't be wonky, but is. But is it because of this road maintenance vehicle stopping in the middle of the freeway? Might be all it is. These guys are moving through it fine. So it's a road maintenance vehicle is all. Visually this looks a little wonky, but it's okay. This is not though. Everybody's going to that off-ramp though. It did clear up here. That got a little backed up. But here's our traffic jam. What are these guys even waiting for? I mean, it's like there's opportunities to go galore. Wait for the hearse to go by. We should see this start to clear a little bit. Hi, hearse. Like, what are we waiting for? Truck goes to go. Look how long that hearse took. Like, everybody else was fine, and the hearse just held us up. He slowed down and made things that much more difficult. But obvious fix for this one is add lanes to get them off the freeway. Let the houses be for now. But again, this is problematic. That we just can't seem to get these guys on the move, which is rather ridiculous. It's just the AI's inability to actually navigate the traffic. Like, that car should be moving right now. That car should be going. This sedan, he's already had 2 chances. And he's already had a 3rd chance, 4th chance, 5th chance, 6th chance, 7th. These Gamerville drivers just don't know how to drive is the problem. Back to this for a second. It's already flowing a little better. And amazingly, this is already picked up. Right? Where did all these cars come from, and why are they trying to go the other way? And why didn't they choose this route anymore? Why are they going back and forth? That's an accident. Traffic's fine through here, so there's really only the one issue. The garbage is still not getting picked up. I think forcibly I need to put some sort of garbage facility out this direction, which where is kind of the big question. Maybe over here. In fact, maybe back over here somewhere. A little closer to pick that up. because it's the same buildings with the same issue. So wherever the vehicles are coming from, they're just not reaching it. The vehicles are full by the time they get to it is I think the point. We don't need a landfill, we need an incineration or a recycling center. Either one. The incineration has a lot more trucks. Oh, it's bigger than I remember. Too close to the airport. Alright, that's hooked into the network. First 5 trucks are already going out. Let's hope that proximity-wise that's going to help with our issues. Alright folks, well, gains have been made, for sure. And the end game is definitely on. I mean, we're 2/3 of the way to that final level. We've got to give it a little bit of time after that because there's a couple of achievements that have to do with getting to that final stage. But otherwise, the end is nigh. Things are good. One thing we haven't done in ages, though, is anything farming related. The addition of Farmville was the last thing we did. And there's definitely farmland that we now own. But industrially, financially, like, we don't need it, and so I haven't bothered with it for a while. It's been about housing and commercial for maybe a bit too long, but we'll see how things progress from here. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.